Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, nerds. How are you? Are you having a good day? Have you read anything good on the internet lately? I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be real with you. Hold on. I'm trying to get this pulled up so I can see it. I'm struggling today, man. I'm struggling today. As you guys know, I am disabled. I'm having a pretty horrid pain day. And somehow the views are going up on the channel, but the watch hours have gone down again. I don't know what's happening. It sounds like a YouTube issue, right? But yeah, my watch hours are higher than my views. Dang it. I can't even talk. Sorry. Told you I'm struggling today. I'm so stressed out. My views are higher than they have ever been. But I lost another 12 watch hours last night. So we're down 60 watch hours. We're back down to 2,750. So I'm stressed out about that. I'm stressed because my hands hurt so bad. And I'm stressed because I'm not getting credit for the scoop for the Bo DeMaio interview I did almost a month ago. Now it's being tweeted by Nerdrotic and Cosmic Book News like Bo just said this for the first time yesterday, when actually he said it for the first time on my channel 3 weeks ago. It's stressful. It's stressful. I'm going to do my best today. Again. Super stressed. Doing the best I can, guys. But you can do me a favor, help cheer me up by smashing that like button, subscribing if you are new, and ringing that notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense and hopefully in a better mood. Remember, tomorrow's stream is going to be late. I have a doctor's appointment at like 9:40 in the morning. That was super Midwestern. 9:40 in the morning. But I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. So I'll be late. And then after that, I have to give this current computer to my computer guy so he can build my new rig thanks to you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not be getting that new computer. So thank you. But that means there will not be a stream Thursday and Friday this week because the new computer's being built. So excited. Watch hours are going to take a hit, but it's best in the long run. So, I'm just dancing to the music. I know it doesn't make sense. Let's say good morning and then we'll get into everyone's thoughts on my bad day. Good morning, Fernando. Buenos dias. Possibly. We're going to talk about that. Good morning, Omari. Ha, ha, ha. That's funny. Good morning, Nerdling Nerdling. I'm sorry. Sorry. I almost Battlefield promoted you. Good morning, Nerdling Deranged Lunatic. Good morning, Samar. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, Nerdling First Class and contributing producer, Kino. I think that's everybody. Okay, so yeah, I know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, my views have gone up substantially. Higher, we're up in triple digit. Words are hard. We're up in the triple digits for views for the last 28 days. So that's the highest mine have ever been, I think. But somehow the watch hours for the last 2 days have gone down by 60 hours. I don't understand YouTube math. I know it's like for the last 365 days. So from last August 5th, 2024 to August 5th, 2025, but still, it's just, I don't get it. If my views are going up, why are not the hours? I don't get it. Don't get it. Happy release the Schumacher cut day. Thank you, Samara. And that's the other thing that stresses me out is that, I worked really hard for that Bo interview. And, we started talking back in March of this year. March. And for legal reasons, we had to put it off, but we stayed in contact, check in every once in a while. And eventually he's like, fuck it, let's just do it. Let's do it. And then it took a little bit to get the actual interview going. We had to reschedule a few times for, his work issues or personal issues or whatnot. But it took a while to get that going after a few meetings. And then we did it. And I freaking powered through with the edit on that one. I think I edited it in like a day and to get it out there for you guys. And I even had it on the Patreon for a few, like almost a week extra, to give you guys kind of that boost or whatever, that perk. And then I think we've got a little over 4,000 views on it, which is all right. It's not bad. It's good. But the bigger channels basically ignored it. I'm really grateful to Master the TDS for covering it, and that other channel, and I cannot think of their name right now, but they got quite a few. They got a little more subscribers than we do. They covered it. Very grateful to them too. But the wider comic book community just kind of ignored it. And then yesterday, I started seeing Cosmic Book News cover because Bo put out a tweet about the exact same thing he said in the interview, and he said a lot more in the interview. He tweets out about it. Cosmic Book News picks it up, and then Nerdrotic picks it up. And I'm like, if you guys have been paying attention at all, like I tagged Bo and all this stuff, Bo shared it. I know it's how it goes sometimes, but it's just frustrating when you put in all this work and then someone kind of comes in and picks up a scrap off of a tweet and they get all this credit for sharing it around. It really sucks. I work so hard and I hurt so bad. I might be done whining. I'm not sure. Good morning, Jaden. Good morning. I'm just whining. I'm complaining. Don't mind me. We got a couple things to talk about today. Nothing too serious. I have a doctor's appointment today as well. So, and again, I'm hurting, guys. I'm hurting really bad today. It may be barometric pressure or whatever, but the arthritis in my hands is really horrible. And in my other joints. So I'm going to try to be my happy self. I'll do my best. All right, guys. So let's check out a couple of headlines before we get into our main topic. So make sure that like button is smashed. Your bell is rung. Share this stream, whatever you got to do. We got to get those watch hours up. Remember, we're doing the giveaway. Once we get to 3,000 watch hours, okay, we're going to pick a random subscriber, and that random subscriber is going to receive a custom made Comics and hoodie and courtesy of C-Jack Productions, a $50 gift card for Amazon. So, let's get that stuff going. Good morning, Loki! What do you mean? Which part? Tell me what I'm talking about, because I'm just complaining at this point. I've just been complaining. So, be specific, and then I'll tell you exactly what it is. And thank you, Medea. I really appreciate that. Prayers are always, always welcome. Sorry, there was like hair jabbed in with my earbud, and it was tickling really bad. Okay, so Loki. That was supposed to be a response to someone else. Sorry. Got it. Understood. Good morning, Nerdling First Class and Red 5 Brother Backyard Tortoise. All right, guys. So, what is this quote that I'm seeing here? Kino sent me this, and we have the cast for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey from Culture Crave right here. But this account says in quotes, we will not be watching Christopher Nolan's adaptation of Homer's Odyssey. I don't understand that, but let me show you. I don't get it. I don't get that. But we've got Tom Holland, Matt Damon, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron, Jon Berenthal. I spelled his name wrong. Benny Safdie, Himesh Patel, Elliot Page, Bill Irwin, Samantha Morton, John Leguizamo. Why John Leguizamo? Good morning, Music City Soul. Yeah, it's an excellent question. Excellent question. Cosmo Jarvis, Mia Goth, Corey Hawkins, William Lee, and Jesse Garcia. Yeah, well, maybe that's why they're saying they don't want to watch it, because they're not seeing a bunch of Greek people, but we don't know their ancestry. Yeah, total star-studded movie. I'm going to watch it because I love Greek mythology. I love Homer. Love the Odyssey. So, I'm going to watch it. Yeah, that's a pretty pricey cast list they've got there. Pretty pricey indeed. So, yeah, it's a Christopher Nolan film too. I can't say I've been all that disappointed in his films. Tenet, I still don't know what was going on. Like time flowing in two different directions. Okay. But yeah, I've got hype for the Odyssey. Yeah, nothing against it. Really? Loki says he hasn't seen a Loki film since Dark Knight Returns. Hated it so much he swore him off. That blows my mind. I don't know why I continue to be surprised by you, but that absolutely blows my mind. Yeah. Greek mythology was one of my very first obsessions as a small child. I mean, 7 years old, reading D'Aulaire's Greek myths cover to cover every single day. I love Greek mythology. Anyway, there's that. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about the cast list, or this person saying will not be watching for whatever reason, could we at least get Hunter Schafer in here? Why is that your issue? I don't understand that. I don't. It's a good cast. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Samantha Morton. She's amazing in Dune Prophecy. So, I don't know what the issue is. Anywho, there's that. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about the Odyssey cast, etc., leave it in the chat below. We're moving on. So, let's see. Discussing Film says the first 2 episodes of Stranger Things season 5 are already complete. Shouldn't they be complete already? Like, isn't it coming out soon? Like, the whole season should be done. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. It's about time you guys acknowledge that. Anyway, but they're already complete. The Crawl episode called The Crawl is our favorite, most eventful first episode since season 1, episode The Vanishing of. Yeah, you think you know who, blah, blah. All right. Has by far the craziest cold open we've ever done. One of the sequences we're most proud of this season. So we got some images here. Property of Netflix. The Vanishing of. Oh, okay. So they've erased the name. I just want to get this over with. I feel like we've been waiting for this for so long. Like, can we just do this already? I hate that they're doing this in so many parts. Netflix has been doing that lately. I'm like, excuse me, that's a Hulu thing. And yet Netflix is starting to drop things in chunks, and Hulu put the entire new season of King of the Hill in one day. So are we switching places? What's happening? But it's coming out December this year, or Thanksgiving through New Year's, actually. So Fernando says Eyes of Wakanda is dope. I highly recommend it. I don't like the animation style. And maybe this, I mean, obviously it's a me thing, but I thought it was so ugly. I thought the animation style was just ugly. I watched, I think, the first 2 episodes. I haven't seen the last 2, but I'll give it another try. I thought the animation was ugly, and it was difficult for me to get through it. Tabitha sending me a raid. How do you do that on YouTube? That's amazing. Thank you, Tabitha. I love you, and you know that. So I'm really looking forward to the final season of Stranger Things. It's just taking so freaking long for it to finally drop. I just want it to drop all at once. Stop stretching this out. It's driving us crazy. You're masters of suspense. Hey, X-Wing, good morning. Welcome. Good morning, Mountain Mutt. Alien Earth episodes 1 through 6 have dropped. Oh, I need to check that out. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome. I hope I've earned that subscription. And for those of you who are here while we were talking about these first 2 episodes for Stranger Things season 5 being completed by Netflix, if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about it, leave it in the chat below. We're going to move on. Loud noises! Good morning, Untamed Manado. Where have you been? I missed you. Good morning, Tabitha. Thank you for the raid, my dear. I love you. Happy Tuesday. I know. I was just telling Tabitha that I was worried about you and that I figured you were very busy with work. But thank you for all the attention on TikTok. You're the best. You're keeping the lights on over there. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. So we've got all this Spider-Man stuff that we need to talk about. Let's do Punisher first. Oh no, actually, let's do this first. Let's get the DC thing out of the way, and then we'll move on to Punisher and Spider-Man. Okie dokie smoky. So, really talked you up of no pressure. Yeah, I'm already having a crap day, and now pressure. Thanks, Tabitha. No, I love you. Thank you. Good morning, Freddie. Welcome. Thank you so much. I hope you subscribe. I hope you hit the like button. Thank you. Having such a day. Good morning, Risk It for a Biscuit. Good morning. Okay, everyone, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back. Okay, so If you guys are not familiar, Max Minghella, he was Nick on The Handmaid's Tale. Great actor. Very good in that role. Is being eyed to join the cast of DC Studios' Clayface project. This is coming from Nexus Point News, who, I mean, they've not been wrong in the past. They have a pretty decent track record. But he's being eyed for a role. I'm wondering what that could possibly be. I mean, he'd be a really good cop. I can see him playing a cop role. Or maybe he's Clayface's agent. Maybe he's Clayface's agent. We'll find out. But do you guys have any strong feelings about Max Minghella? Anyone in the chat familiar with him? And I mean, have a strong feeling either way about the Clayface? I know a lot of people don't. I think I'm kind of in the minority on the whole Clayface thing. I think it's a good idea. You know, Batman's main rogues gallery has been done to death. Has been absolutely done to death. So I think it's a good idea to pick someone that, you know, hasn't been done ever before. And it's a character, in my opinion, that has a lot of potential. I mean, Clayface can be literally anyone. And the fact that they're doing, you know, a horror aesthetic, kind of looking forward to that. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. So, yeah, Scarface and the Dummy, those would be good ones. Risket says they need to work on new villains. Exactly. I'm not sure so much about what movies Max Minghella has been in, not off the top of my head, but most famously, he was Nick on The Handmaid's Tale. He was one of the main cast. So, I thought he was very good in that. Jaden, I want Shia LaBeouf in a Clayface movie. It's kind of funny. Calendar Man, but in the style of the Zodiac Killer. Oh, that could be good. That could be really good. But yeah, looking forward to the Clayface movie. I think it's a good call. Brisket seems to agree. They just keep reusing Joker, Harvey Dent, Penguin, Riddler, and Catwoman. The same ones over and over again. So I think Clayface has a lot of potential. It could be really good for DC. It could be really good for movies in general, because as we know, they've ran off the general audience from superhero movies. It seems the era of the superhero movie ruling the box office has come to a close. Dreaming Tabitha says, I never want anyone to redo Poison Ivy. Uma Thurman, always. She was very much that whole Schumacher era of the Batman movies was very much like the Adam West era of Batman. Campy, pop art, silly. So the Danny DeVito Penguin was pretty damn good. Pretty good. Tough to beat. Ooh, a live action Hush would be awesome, Fernando. That would be so good. And The Long Halloween. Oh, if you haven't read or watched the animated Long Halloween, highly recommend. It's so good. It's so good. Dreaming Tabitha. Okay, that was my era. Don't step on it. I loved her as Poison Ivy. I was, I think, an early teenager when the Schumacher films came out. And you couldn't help but love them as a kid, you know. But they were silly. They were silly. We don't talk about the CW Batwoman show. We don't talk about the CW Batwoman show. It's just so bad. All right. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Max Minganella in talks to join the cast of DC Studios Clayface, leave it in the chat below. Hey, I said I liked it, but we can all agree it's not exactly one of the best Batman things ever. Just saying. Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about all this, leave it in the chat below. We're going to move on to Punisher information. So we have this first look. First look of Jon Berenthal in the new Punisher suit in the Punisher special presentation. Good morning, Penny. Just got out of Women on Missions. Happy to see you, as always. Hardest working viewer on the channel. Everyone say hi to Penny. Maria says, can we agree Alicia Silverstone was a terrible Batgirl? Yeah, she wasn't great. And that poor girl went through hell behind the scenes. Absolute hell. I felt so sorry for her. I still do. I mean, people were constantly calling her fat. If you, I mean, see, can't even finish the sentence. So upsetting. Beautiful young woman. She was so young too. So young. And people constantly calling her fat. Even the crew made little drawings about her and stuff, just making fun of her. It was absolutely awful. So, and I do have to agree with Kino a bit. A lot of it was that script. She didn't have much to work with, but I don't think she was the right choice. Personally. I do feel really, really horrible for her. She's just doing her job. And she got really mistreated. Absolutely mistreated. They tried to put, okay, so Schumacher was obsessed with the bat nipples, right? Joel Schumacher actually came from the costuming department originally. He started off as a costumer. He was obsessed with the bat nipples. He would tell the costumer department, make them rounder, make them pointier, like more. Well, he put the bat nipples on Alicia Silverstone's Batgirl costume, and everyone was so uncomfortable. Nobody could look her in the eye. Nobody could look at her because it was so pornographic. It was just awful. So then Schumacher was like, okay, take the nipples off Batgirl's costume, because it looked so much worse. It looked so much worse on the Batgirl costume. So old Schumacher and the bat nipples. He did. Weird nipple fetish. He's like, I came from a costuming background. Trust me, we need the nipples. And then even said on the red carpet that the suits were actually modeled after him naked. Like, it's not funny. Like, he's making a joke, but still, it's just gross and weird. Anywho. So here's your first look at the new Berenthal Punisher in the special. No white gloves, but I'll take it. This is coming from Wanda's attorney. I believe I follow this scooper. They snagged this off Instagram, an Instagram story. So there's your first look. And we're also hearing, and this is coming from Daniel RPK, so again, take it with a grain of salt. The Punisher will reportedly still be a murderous psycho in Spider-Man Brand New Day. He will be equipped with tools to handle bigger threats, including a tank and advanced tech. And remember, yesterday we saw behind the scenes filming on location, Spidey on a tank going down the street. I don't know if I can. There it is. See? Ta-da! And explosions. Boom! Boom! So they're really excited about letting everyone see all this stuff, it seems, because there is a plethora of on location filming leaks, like a plethora. How they empty those streets, they get permits from the city. And then the city shows up and blocks them off and has police guarding it. That's how. They clear it with the city, they get permits, and they have, a police detail. So there's that. And then I tagged Loki in this because, absolutely called it. Tom Holland will wear 2 different suits in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, there's no source cited on this whatsoever. It comes from that MCU Updates channel, which they do make a lot of shit up. So, but it seems about right. It seems kind of on par. So, more than one suit. There you have it. We've got Frank beating people up in a bus depot. Not sure if this is for special presentation or Spider-Man. I don't know. It's coming from Matt Ramos, who is, as Loki and I discussed earlier, the most disingenuous of the comic book movie genre. That guy, oh my God. That dude is definitely paid by the studios. I mean, he's definitely paid. And he got community noted today, and I laughed my ass off. The community note simply said, he's lying. It was great. So on top of that, and him still being a murderous psychopath, he will be equipped with tools like the tanks and stuff and advanced technology. We're also hearing that Spider-Man Brand New Day will have a darker tone, and it's said to be similar to the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Andrew Garfield sequel, and the Kraven's Last Hunt comic storyline. Hey, good morning, music, movie talk now. My God, words are hard. What's wrong with me today? Oh, I know, like 500 things. But good morning, movie talk now. What's up, dude? Anywho, so it's gonna have this darker tone. We've got, I forgot I wanted to show you guys this. This is really cool. This would be really cool to be, outside and be able to see them filming Spider-Man swinging through the streets. Like, how cool is that? That is so cool. Oh, bye, Freddie. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much. Penny is the queen of name and emojis. She's the queen of it. Winging through the sheets. Swinging through the streets. Words are hard. Listen, I'm going to say it again for those who missed it. I am having a really horrible pain day. It's very difficult to focus. Like a really bad pain day. So anyway, this is really cool. Cool experience for all these people to have. Tom Holland swinging through the streets of New York. That's super neat. So anyway, back to Kraven's Last Hunt. I want to know how they're going to go about this, because one, we have the Hulk is supposed to be in it, Punisher, and Scorpion. Those are. Oh, and what's his face with the inner demons? Negative space with his inner demons. So we've got a lot of characters in this film. A lot of characters. A lot of villains. A lot of villains. That's a lot to focus on. Yeah, Michael Mando's returning as Scorpion. So Kraven's Last Hunt is Ned Leeds has died. Spider-Man's not in a great place. And he's kind of reflecting on life and death. Mortality has just been kind of thrown in his face in a very real way, and he's having to deal with it. He's also having to deal with Kraven and his crazy ass. He's gotten old, and he's kind of in mind shape. He's not as physically capable as he used to hunt and stuff. And he decides he wants one last hunt. And he wants to hunt Spider-Man. So he actually shoots Spider-Man with a rifle with a bullet that has like this serious tranquilizer in it. And he buries him alive. Like he knocks him out, buries him alive. And then he dresses like Spider-Man and goes out and does Spider-Man things, but like is super violent about it. Like he's super violent, brutalizes and kills criminals and adversaries and stuff. And it's crazy. You even have Vermin, who's a cannibal. Spider-Man couldn't even take him down alone. Spider-Man needed Cap for that one. So there's it's a pretty dark theme. But if they don't have the rights to Kraven, I mean, who's going to play the role? Which Spider-Man villain will be in the place of Kraven in that story? Like, how do you adapt the Kraven comic storyline and not have Kraven? I'm confused on that, but we'll see. So you've got several Spidey villains. Could they possibly be bringing Venom in instead of using Vermin, the cannibal, and Kraven? Is that what they're going to do? That's what I was just kind of asking. Like, is that what they're doing? But it does say that it's going to be darker. Loki, how do they not have the rights? You've got a point. You're right. It's a joint Sony Disney venture. But I believe that part of their deal with Disney is that the Sony movies do not cross over to the MCU movies. As far as I know. Other than the Venom thing they agreed to. That was kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Exception. That was an exception. Venom was an exception, but for the most part, and some of that Sony did was against Disney's wishes. Like they tried to do that at the end of, was it Morbius? With the Vulture. Michael Keaton, but MCU was like, we didn't agree to that. That was a no. But that was part of the deal. The Sony stuff doesn't cross over to the Disney stuff. So confused. So confused. I guess we're going to find out. Yeah, the rights were all over the place. All over the place. So I guess we'll just keep our eyes peeled as time goes on. And see what we can figure out. I'm very curious about it. The Spider-Man movies have been very good. The MCU Spider-Man movies have been very good. I have not really had any complaints for the most part about those. I don't really have that many worries, that many concerns. But I have to say that I do have questions about this. And again, this is a rumor from Daniel RPK. So we have to take it with a grain of salt. I'd be really curious. How do you adapt that Kraven's the Last Hunter, Last Hunt, whatever, Kraven's Last Hunt comic line? MJ is in it. Zendaya as MJ is in it. Not a lot. I mean, her role is very important to the film, but you don't see her a lot. And we do get a Gwen Stacy played by Sadie Sink. So do we think Ned is going to die or MJ? Because it says, similar to The Amazing Spider-Man 2, that's where Andrew Garfield's Gwen Stacy died. What was the point of erasing their memories? See, that's part of it. That's part of it. It's supposed to be nobody remembers that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And it's was it like nobody remembers Peter Parker? Everyone's like, who's that? I don't know who that is. Like they just forgot him. And he's trying to navigate life, go to school and all this stuff in his new normal. And then you've got the MJ thing. Like she's there and she's important, but she's not there a whole lot. And was it in, like everyone was kind of assuming that this was going to be their One More Day adaptation where Spider-Man makes a deal with Mephisto, and everyone hated that comic. But now we're hearing, oh, they're going to adapt Kraven's Last Hunt. How? Or is it in the sense that, you know, someone dies, like Ned dies? Or is it going to be MJ dying? Because it also says similar to The Amazing Spider-Man 2, where Gwen Stacy died. I have so many questions. Oh, movie talk now. I think Ned becomes Hobgoblin. They set up his magical abilities in No Way Home for a reason. That is a really good take. That is some good speculation. That could be it. Maybe what's connecting the Kraven's Last Hunt and The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is we think Ned is dead. Everyone thinks Ned is dead. Peter's distraught over it, but then Ned comes back as Hobgoblin. And he's super brutal and stuff. Could that be it? We think Ned dies, and then he comes back as Hobgoblin. Power Rangers in Fortnite. What? Deranged Lunatic. That was heartbreaking in the movie. The comic, when Gwen died. Man, Andrew Garfield, I bet his shoulders and back still hurt from all that heavy lifting he did in that movie. His acting was amazing. Andrew Garfield, when Gwen died, when he basically snapped her spine. Oh my God. Devastating. Devastating. Like, how do you get over something like that? How do you get over something like that? Ah, that's terrible. But yeah, man. And then in No Way Home, when he saves MJ and he's like, I'm okay. Like, oh my God. I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I really do. I really, really do. I think he's awesome. But I think we're going to see Harry and Norman in this one. I think we're going to see them. I think they're going to bring them in this film. You know, an overweight hobgoblin, he better have a Rocky-style training montage. My God. It's not right. Oh, I think he'd be a good one. Andrew Garfield is great, but not my favorite overall. Toby all the way. And you know what's crazy? Nobody liked that casting in 2001 when that was first announced. No one was on board with Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. Proved us wrong. Proved us wrong. Real good. So, yeah, the kid in Pleasantville, really? Really? Yeah, it didn't do well at the box office, but I liked it. I liked it. So, if you guys have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Spider-Man having a darker tone and the inspiration behind the plot, leave it in the chat below. We're going to wrap this up. I got a doctor's appointment. I got to go do stuff. So, you know, life calls. But again, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Help support the channel. And ring that notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. If you would like to help support the channel in other ways, please and thank you. We are still not monetized, but we're working on it. We have a giveaway going. Once we get to our goal of 3,000 hours, we're going to do this twice. Our first goal is 3,000 hours. We get to that soon. We're going to do a giveaway. A very lucky subscriber will be randomly chosen once we've reached that 3,000 hour mark. A lucky subscriber will be randomly chosen. They will win their own custom designed comics and hoodie, and courtesy of C-Jack Productions, a $50 gift card to Amazon. I'm not kidding. I've seen the proof. It's real. So, pardon me. Help support the channel by get those playlists going, share the videos, leave a comment. It's the cheapest, freest way to help support the channel. But since we're not monetized, if you would like to help me continue to pay for the streaming software, the editing software, the music software, the licensing, the Twitter stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah. If you would like to help me pay for this stuff to keep it on the air, you can do so by scanning that QR code right there. It's going to take you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua, and you can tip me as little or as much as you like, and all proceeds go directly towards paying for all this stuff and keeping it going. Again, thank you guys so much for pitching in and helping me get the new computer. This setup will be taken down tomorrow afternoon, and then the new setup will be put together probably Saturday. So, so excited. Again, if you want to help pitch in, that's the best way to do it. All these links are in the description below. If Buy Me a Coffee doesn't work for you, you can use Cash App, $ DanielleSoncasie. There you have it. You can use that. There's also the official Nerdling Army over at patreon.com/comics. And we have 3 different tiers starting as little as $3 a month. Each tier has its own rank and insignia, which comes on your own exclusive. I don't know why my brain just farted, but it comes in your own exclusive Nerdling Army merch, which you get for the first every 3 months for the first year of your membership. We have the official Nerdling Army chat, the Ask Me Anything chat, the request line chat, so you can request breakdowns and videos. We have exclusive content, behind the scenes, outtakes, and more. I mean, I think there's more. Yeah, there's definitely exclusive content on there. So early access, that was the other thing. Things drop on Patreon before they drop on YouTube. So check that out. Go to patreon.com/comicsandtoday to help support the channel and join the official Nerdling Army. There's also the merch store, comicsand.com or comicsand.etsy.com. My God, my hands hurt. I'm so sorry. It's so distracting. You check out the merch store, comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. I just had the worst tickle in my throat. Guys, I don't think I'm going to make it. I think this is how I go. I don't think I'm going to make it. But I have a merch store. You can check that out. The link is in the description below, as well as all the links for all the affiliate programs that I'm a member of. I think I just lost my voice. I'm also a member of the Red 5 Network, so check us out. If you like this podcast, chances are you're going to love more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. I guess I really got to go. My gosh, it's like, oh my gosh. You guys have a great day. I know, Polly, I'm like falling apart here. You guys have a great day. I'll see you late tomorrow morning. It's going to be late because I have another doctor's appointment, but I'll see you tomorrow. And then remember, I'm out for the rest of the week because we're building the new computer. I'm so excited. But until then, nerds, stay nerdy, baby. I love you. Be good to one another and keep your eyes peeled. Okay? Because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you.